Welcome to the semifinals of Barguments presented by Labatt Blue Light. Now, right here, we have a very intriguing matchup. The 11 seed Trista Crick taking on the 2 seed, her boss, Dave Portnoy. How are you guys feeling? Yeah, everybody's boss for the most part.
You didn't have to redline that it was mine, specifically to everybody.
But it adds a wrinkle to for the folks at home who are just watching along. Is that going to change how you're going to play this game?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, you're not afraid.
I'm coming for the throat.
Should she be afraid?
Oh, she should be afraid. Look, we'll see what the question is.
Would you rather be the coach that wins the Little League World Series or have one no-strings-attached dinner with Cameron Diaz? Trista, as the lower seed, you will be able to pick your side of this argument. Which side are you going with? A Little League World Series championship or a no-strings-attached dinner with Miss Cameron Diaz?
I don't care at all about Cameron Diaz. I want to win the Little League World Series, of course. One, this thing is nationally televised. You're changing the lives of many children and probably generations of children that will watch this on nationally syndicated TV. But more importantly, what is Cameron Diaz going to do at this no-strings-attached dinner? Do you think that I'm going to be getting something out of that? Certainly not. I'm not sure what the strings would normally mean. Is she going to be paying for the dinner, or is there something coming after the dinner?
It's sex. There's sex involved.
No sex, no strings, no sex involved. No sex. No sex.
There could be.
A no-sex dinner. This is a no-sex dinner, just to have everything on there.
Okay, so then this should be a very, very easy answer.
You're bargaining with Dave. You're not bargaining with me.
Well, I respect winning the Little League World Series, but you got to look at it this way. First of all, I trust them very funny. Cameron Diaz maybe lost a little bit off her fastball, but I will crack jokes. Something about Mary. The mask, on and on and on, and it is a no-sex attached dinner, but I'm pretty sure I could have sex if I have like 2 hours at that dinner, and then I just look at it story-wise. Hey, I coached the Little League World Series team. Hey, I fucked Cameron Diaz. Which one is going to have the bigger reaction? Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, but you're not going to fuck Cameron Diaz.
Why not?
You don't know
Pick
that.
him up in a helicopter.
You don't know that.
What do you mean? No, I'm not. Just yesterday, I slid into the DMs of the Bachelor girl.
I know, I
and
saw that, and she was very nice to you, but she was definitely giving you the stiff arm.
No, it wasn't. She gave me her phone number, and we're going to meet up later. So I just took that offline. Here's the thing, Cameron Diaz. If you get me in the living room with 2 hours with anybody, I'm going to fire everything I have. I'm pretty confident.
It's not a living room, though. It's
That's the same thing. It's a metaphorical living room. If I get to sit down, she's in my world for 2 hours, can't go anywhere. Sex is happening.
But why would you want to have sex with Cameron Diaz?
I just told you, what's the better story? Little League World Series champion, sex with Cameron Diaz.
But knowing that your baseball background, why wouldn't you choose the Little League World Series?
I know if I sat around this bar, I was like, hey guys, I had sex with Cameron Diaz. Hey guys, I won the Little League World Series. People are going to be telling me more about the Cameron Diaz.
Let me get this guy a Labatt's.
Is that true? So would you care more about that double vodka, Don?
Oh, yeah. Cameron Diaz maybe lost a little bit out the fastball. Still pretty good. And a young cat like myself, an older woman.
Something about Mary, come on.
Yeah, very intrigued.
The mask? Ben Stiller, I'm taking fucking Prez all day.
Kate, it seems like you're troubled by this.
I am a little bit. I feel like maybe 10 years ago, that would be impressive.
It's even a good story if I tried and it didn't happen. Like, she shut me down here. People are like, oh, get the whole crowd
I got
going.
curved by Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, still
Not
good.
bad. That's a good tagline.
Yeah, I think that this argument is inherently sort of skewed with me being a woman and Dave being a man.
Well, you picked what you wanted.
Right? Like, what would I ever get out of having dinner with Cameron Diaz? I had to choose the Little League World Series.
Threesome with Cameron Diaz.
I think that this whole premise is flawed.
The premise of the question is flawed.
The premise of the question is flawed. I'm challenging it.
Okay.
Coming at the system.
I think there is systemic...
You play the cards you're dealt.
That's exactly what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is I only had one choice. And
well, I haven't heard a lot of argument about the Little League World Series. Maybe some benefits of that.
I think the benefit is, one, always winning. Two, you never know what you're going to do the next job. Go from Little League to maybe Farm League. Maybe.
I don't think that's happened in the history of the Little League.
But you never know. We're aspiring here.
Locally, too, it's kind of circles back to the Fairbanks, Hot and Fairbanks.
Exactly.
You're the king of your town. You come back, you're King Dingaling. You're doing ads for the local car dealerships. You're reeling in that local money. Isn't that the small kind of life you want?
That
But
is the
if you
kind of
fuck
life I
Cameron
want.
Diaz, you're still the king of your town.
Big time.
Yeah, you definitely
Girls
go to the back
lining
door
up.
of every nightclub.
Girls
so they don't
lining up.
have
That
to.
guy fuck Cameron Diaz.
I would say if I was someone and they were like, oh yeah, Dave, fuck Cameron Diaz, I'd be like, ooh.
But there's also the risk.
No.
That's not going to get
You're not
more
slouching
women.
at that.
That's not going to
You
get
don't wanna
more
miss
women.
out on
World
here.
you
You're
live
gonna
in.
be intrigued.
But you
She's gonna
stand
wanna
the risk.
Get in there too.
Cameron Diaz might be. What if?
Cameron
what
Diaz
if-
might have an STD.
What if she says,
Well, I mean,
We've all been burnt.
It was all right. You know, what if she's like,
it doesn't matter. It's a story.
Yeah, you still did it. It still happened.
It's a story. It's all about the story.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm ready to make my decision. And honestly, my mind was made up when one of the competitors started saying that I didn't have any integrity. This round will go to Dave. I'm sorry, Trista. But I really appreciated Kate weighing in there. So Kate will win an extra $100 there for her chime-ins to make
Off
this
the
argument.
top, I would have picked the Little League World Series.
You would have picked the Little League World Series.
What I would not have
And you
picked.
did wind up attaching some strings to a dinner that was no strings attached.
No, there's no
but
strings. I'm confident in my joke game.
Regardless, Dave will be moving on to the finals of Barguments presented by Labatt Blue Light. You're not going to want to miss this. Who he's going to face, we don't know. We don't even know yet, but it's coming up right after this. Welcome back to the semifinals of Barguments, presented by Labatt Blue Light, the show where the world's best bar arguments are settled for cash. We have Large against KFC, two people who are intertwined within the Barstool universe, but there can only be one winner of this semifinal match. How do you fellas feel?
I'm a little intimidated.
Why?
Kevin might be better at this. I'm the lower seed. I think I'm a 9 coming in. Right, so I think the only people left are
Cinderella story here,
above.
though.
Yeah.
He's on a
I
tear.
like
I'm not
playing
gonna
as
get
an
in this.
underdog.
I'm not gonna get in this like compliment argument here. Like, oh, but I'm intimidated because he's better than me.
Your hair looks nice today.
Let's get it on. Let's fucking get it on.
So the nature of you being the lower seed means
Yes.
that you will get to pick which side of the argument, or should I say bargument, that you want to be on. And just as a reminder, this peanut gallery will be able to chime in the entire time while they are
Well
arguing.
done.
So let's get
Charming,
into this
folks.
bargument.
Is there a
The
prize
question
for them
is,
when
there's
they
a
sign?
prize every single time. It's cash. That's all the prize is, that they're going to get $100 if they make the best point. But if you guys win this whole thing, that's $1,000 going right into your pocket, and who couldn't use that at the end of the day?
Large, he's rich.
Oh.
Large could not use that.
That's very true. But regardless, you will be picking from these two options.
Okay.
Young Martha Stewart, young Betty White.
I'll go Martha Stewart.
Young Martha Stewart, Bargu.
Idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you're an idiot.
I think that I'll take Martha Stewart because she's a felon for security fraud. I was almost a felon for security fraud, so we can have some sort of back and forth with our pillow talk. You.
Betty White is a goddamn icon.
Institution.
Okay? She is the number one when you're doing these barguments, would you ever sleep with, right? Would you sleep with Betty White? An old Betty White, a young Betty White? If you could walk in the room and say, I slept with Betty White, I'm with Betty White, I'm friends with Betty White, you have the best story literally imaginable. There's not another woman on the planet that can top that story. With looks, with style, with fame, she is the number one most recognizable chick in the game.
I think she might be number 2 behind Martha Stewart. And I'll tell you why. Martha Stewart had more than one TV show. If you're looking at the Golden Girls, I think I would rather bang Maude. Because I like big ladies, right? Because we'd make a kid who probably look like Brian Urlacher. So I'm still staying the route. I think Betty White is a little bit up there. I'd like to spend some time with my lady. I think Betty shouldn't be buying any green bananas. She's on her way out. I think Martha still has a couple
I get
of years.
a young Betty White though.
You get a young
Yes,
Betty.
it's a young Betty White versus a young.
Both
with
of
a
them
mo-
will be young.
Right. So
And there's
Oh, then
not
I'm out.
it's
I only want an
no
old
type
one.
of a promise of being with them sexually. It's just
no, of course.
which one.
But we would spend some time together. We would be
You're asking
with.
these two not to talk
We're
sexual.
both
Yeah,
very,
I mean,
we're
listen,
both
we're
very
not just-
sexual
right.
beings,
Yes,
though.
yes,
so
when
it's
it
not-
I feel it.
Thank you, Casey.
Yeah, no one just like who's. Betty White would be great company, whether it's sexual or otherwise.
Right.
Talk about multiple TV shows. I mean, I feel like she's done the most work in all of Hollywood.
Close friends with Snoop Dogg.
True.
I think I could use a little bit of that for my
I mean,
street cred.
If you want to talk about friends and who, I mean, Betty White knows everybody in the industry. And
Knows.
Name one person who does not like Betty White. You can't do it. I roll anywhere with her. She is.
Patty hates Betty White.
You're the best duo in the game.
Everyone says the coolest thing since sliced bread. She was before sliced bread. That makes her even cooler.
It does. And also, it's the weekend. You're with young Martha Stewart, you're with young Betty White. Betty White has a history of working with animals and advocacy for all sorts of great pets. Martha Stewart, so you're going to a shelter, you're doing something fun, you're playing with a dog in the backyard.
Yep.
You're crafting. buddy. You have the glue
cooking.
gun
You're
out.
Smoking weed with Snoop. You're hanging out with new people.
Betty White is OG.
This guy right here who fancies himself to be the best cook in the game, when he's second banana, when he's
Right.
second fiddle,
No,
and she's like,
the
oh no,
most- the
you
happiest-
overseason
Right.
that.
The happiest
This
time
tastes
of
a little
my life.
dry.
You're
This
gonna
is a little
become her
bland.
bit.
The happiest time of my life is when I had a sugar mommy. When I wasn't working and Annie was. Happiest year of my life. I would gladly take a back seat to Martha Stewart and only
Not
pay
in
her
the
I bet
kitchen,
Betty
my
White
friend.
had.
Absolutely.
I bet Betty White
Not
had
in the
more
love-
kitchen.
I would
When
love
you're
to see
rattling
her
those
jump in.
pots and pans, and she's like, "You're doing it wrong.
as a
you
matter of
are
fact,
going to be
if
so
she was in
fed
the
up."
kitchen, I think I would actually get in shape. I would make myself earn
I
what
mean,
she's
are we
doing.
just going to
Yeah.
leave the
I'd
planet
grow the
Earth
hair
here
back,
and just
you know, the whole
completely
deal.
argue outside
Yeah.
the realm of reality? I don't believe that.
Betty
that
White's
stands.
sugar baby would be way
Objection.
better.
Well, we've had a lot of really strong arguments, barguments, and chime-ins from everybody around
know what
here.
happened.
But at the end of the day, I'm gonna go to KFC.
That was my feeling.
and this money, Gay Pat had a really good at one point.
Animals.
This is gonna go to Gay Pat, and that means that KFC is going to move on to the finals.